Hi, my name is Gabby. I'm from Trinity College in Connecticut. I'm here at a Study Away J-Term course led by Professor Chambers. I'm here with 5 other students studying ridge to reef conservation in northeastern Tobago. College Charlottesville!
Oh baby boy, give me more. You got me begging for more. Trees again.
So, we're examining efforts to establish a natural heritage protected area to link the oldest rainforest reserve in the Western Hemisphere with other terrestrial ecological assets, historical and cultural sites, coastal fishing villages, and marine ecosystems.
In order to understand the protection that northeastern Tobago needed, we needed to learn about the common definitions of heritage protected areas.
The National Heritage Site is a concept that different nations use to demarcate architectural or man-made and natural sites that are of national significance and should be preserved for the future generations. The Man in the Biosphere UNESCO site declaration is signifies a site in which extraordinary biological and ecological features are interacting closely and in a sustainable way with the communities that are surrounding it.
During our course, we were able to identify a few locations which could be recognized as a National Heritage Site, one of which was this abandoned cocoa processing plantation in Charlottesville. To learn more about this cocoa processing site, we had a conversation with the estate owner, Pat.
My name is Pat Turpin. I'm the Managing Director of Charlottesville Estate. Charlottesville Estate, of which the cocoa is part, is over 100 years old. Since 1865, it converted to growing cocoa in around 1932 and had completed 600 acres or more of cocoa trees planted by 1950. Cocoa production continued until 1990 approximately, when the operation area for fermenting and so on was closed down due to the fact that the villagers were no longer interested in working on the land. This has political ramifications, but I really don't want to get into that now. So it remains closed and will be reopened once we have some area under production again and a regular source of cocoa beans.
It became very evident to us that we needed to conserve the cocoa processing site quickly, and this was a time-sensitive matter. This is because there are many problems that exist currently with the site.
So some of the problems that are being faced by this site that the cocoa plantation used to be on includes corrosion from different weather events that occur that washes away the soil and reveals different new artifacts. Another thing that's really important in considering the future of this land is understanding the history that goes behind it and making sure that we don't sacrifice any of that with the plans that we have.
So here's an example of an artifact that could have been dug out from the area. So without the artifact itself, it has no context. Over time of erosion that's happening around the area, you can see that some of these things some of the artifacts are actually being exposed, but as you saw with the previous artifacts that was dug out, this could actually lose its historical context if people start taking these stuff. So it's a time-sensitive thing to take care of this place and actually conserve some of these artifacts here.
With the site being recognized, we can really make sure that we don't miss these pieces of history that have occurred here, that we can capture what is revealed in the next upcoming year.
Another benefit to having the cocoa plantation as a natural heritage site is that it can attract tourists, and not tourists that'll just exploit Tobago for its resources, but to learn more about the culture. And it won't only be educating tourists, but it will also be encouraging locals to know more about the history and land.
During our course, we learned all about the heritage sites and its recognition through a non-government organization called ERIC, an environmental research institute in Charlottesville. Currently, they play one of the biggest roles in identifying the cocoa processing site as a National Heritage Site.
Well, Eric's role in the process could be that we approach together with the estate owner, the National Trust, and ask if they're interested in nominating the site. As far as I understand, it's already shortlisted, and then find funding to write that justification document. And then the National Trust has to carry it on.
So after closely examining the area and seeing a lot of the opportunities that is available for this area to be recognized as a National Heritage Site, we actually hope to turn this area into a much more tourist and local community-based site that people can really enjoy. So along with those lines, we want the area to be a tourist information center where people can actually come in and learn more about the historical artifact of that specific area, but also just understanding that it plays an important role to the ecology and the community of this place. So we want to preserve its historical value, but also preserve its natural value. So there are a few ideas that's been thrown around, such as, you know, having a cafe that has a cocoa plant flavored drinks, or even just a small museum that actually shows and preserves a lot of the artifacts that's there.
In conclusion, we hope this area receives the necessary attention and recognition it deserves. Thank you for watching, and I hope you learned something new today.